Good afternoon, Bruin fans, and welcome to the start of season 4 of Something Bruin here with Coach Cook. And Coach Cook, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, Mark. How are you, man?
Hey, I'm doing great.
Awesome.
I'll never forget, how Mike Sharp, gave me this platform, and I talked to Eric Black, and when you got the job, that's when the pandemic happened, and it was spring football, and I reached out to other area schools, didn't hear anything, and then we were visiting Elizabeth's sister and brother-in-law down in Florida. He sent me a text saying, "Rags, I'm ready to go," and hey, we just started this here in August of 2021, and here we are getting ready to start season 4 here of Something Brewing with Coach Cook here on Sports Talk with Rags.
Absolutely. It seems like the number 4 is a theme today, right?
That's
Something
right.
big coming down the pike, but glad to be a part of this platform. It's been awesome to share our story and how our transition has been and how our seasons have been over the last 4 years. Obviously, we're excited about the upcoming season, but Rags, without you, I don't think Western Branch would be where we are today.
Well, thanks, man. I certainly appreciate it. And I know with Elizabeth and I, not having any kids, but, with growing up in Western Branch and, my sister and I growing up with your older brother, and I guess I'm showing my age because when you were a senior, that's when I started the apprenticeship. So I worked during the day and went to school at night and
Yeah.
couldn't go see the three-headed monster there in the backfield.
Yeah, I
So
was sharing with Connie, just humbly sharing that, in 97, our backfield was the best in the state of Virginia. And that's documented and that's, well known. Shout out to Coach Jay and that staff that we had back then. But, it feels good. It feels good to be here. I'm glad you're able to be a part of this process.
thanks. Yeah.
So timing is everything.
Right. Well, hey, let's so before we'll talk about four, being a popular number later on, but not only is it opening day of official practice tomorrow, but then tomorrow a Bruin football fundraiser there at Bubba's 33.
Absolutely. Our booster club is phenomenal. They are the lifeline to the success we want to have on and off the field. Miss LaShanta Edwards Parker is phenomenal. She's taken on a leadership role for us, and we're greatly appreciated. Ann Bartow has been, 15 plus years, making sure that from Jolliffe Middle School all the way to Western Branch High School, we survive, we thrive, and just, quality people. Tomorrow's gonna be exciting. It's Christmas
Yeah.
in August now, and versus July. But we're excited about our young men all season. We'll talk about that in a minute. But tomorrow's fundraiser is again to give our kids the best opportunity to have the best Western Branch High School Bruin experience throughout their process.
Yeah, and for all the listeners out there, it is from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. But there's gonna be some raffles there. Starting I guess at 6:30. More with the traditional dinner hour.
Yep, absolutely. They're doing a lot. Again, I give them what I want. I tell them what I would like to see, and they're working towards it. Obviously, it's a collective group. They're a part of what we do, just an annex of what Chesapeake Public School, West Branch High School football program is, but they are an extension and, again, the lifeline of what we want to get accomplished here at Western Branch. We've been able to manage, having that quality experience over the last 4 years, 4 seasons.
Yeah, yeah, and then I mean, seeing Coach Black's tweet, with sporting his Letterman jacket. I
Yes.
mean, yeah. Just what tomorrow morning, it's time for JV and varsity Bruin football players to practice and come together as one.
Absolutely. And, again, we've been together for a good portion of the summer, with the middle school rising freshmen transitioning in June and May to June, and then our varsity and returners have been rolling since February. Late January, early February, and 6 months ago defines a lot of things. The character of your program, the direction you want to go, and what you want to get out of it. So we're excited where we are, and we're excited about tomorrow. Tomorrow, our motto goes back to slow is fast. We all want to get after it right away, but we can't skip a step in that process.
Yeah, and let's see, and then tomorrow is not only the 1st of August, but then with just concentrating on practice there in the first 2 weeks of August, then it's going to be scrimmages, and then before you know it, it's going to be ready to start the regular season games.
Yes, absolutely. And again, we've put in small installations, I guess, throughout the summer of things we want to transition into day one and see kids be able to compete at a high level and play fast at. So I think our installation has been very instrumental in going into our tomorrow. We had spring ball this year for the first time. We have modified practices in April. We got up to 4. I believe out of 6 that we wanted to get to. The other 2 were weather permitted, but we were able to get after it, Mark, and we're excited about tomorrow's opening night or opening practice. Tomorrow morning, but definitely ready to roll.
Yeah, and then seeing there on social media and updates the Bruin alums that are playing at the next level. Their spring ball, their unofficial summer is done, and they're ready to pick up there at the collegiate level.
Absolutely, I believe the earliest was Sunday. Yeah. That some of the guys had a report that at the next level, and I believe as late as Tuesday, and all of that is built on opening night. Is it week 0 or week 1? And much like high school, we've started the last 4 seasons or 3 seasons in July. And this is the first year since I've been at the helm starting August 1st. But, we're excited. I'm very happy with a lot of growth and development of our young men at the next level, their process and how it's, kind of become and how it's going. So we're excited for them. I wish I could be at every college campus, every Saturday. But unfortunately, we all aren't able to get to everyone, but I definitely want to see, a lot of our guys compete this year that are at the next level.
Yeah, and recently here, I had Robbie Duncan come back on as he, officially took over, for Coach Thomas as last year there when football was getting ready to start. We knew that Coach Thomas was going to eventually be the varsity basketball coach, but he stayed on staff, for the 23 season, and then officially over the summer, Coach Duncan named JB head football coach.
Absolutely, just patience in the process. Shout out to Coach Thomas. I miss him dearly, but I know God has a bigger plan for him. And, 2 guys in this role, now he's able to impact even far greater a community of our own, that we love so much. Robbie's been phenomenal. It's a process that I promise him he will not fail at. And that's the quality of a leader. But Coach Duncan is going to be phenomenal. His first year as a head coach at West Branch High School and at this level, and I'm excited for him. He's going to have some guys he's going to be able to compete around and have some early success going into this year.
Yes, and looking here, I know that our regular season schedules on the website, on the Facebook page, on Max Preps, and we open up against Menchville, but the scrimmages this year is what? 1 week going to be Cox and 1 week going to be Salem?
Absolutely. So we have Salem first, and then we have Cox second. So that's pretty much, we don't advertise our scrimmages. But that's pretty much where we are. But everybody who knows Western Branch, they figure out where we're going to be, and then they get out there and see where we are. But, Coach No and Coach Hall collectively have reached out and, shared interest. Remember last year this time we didn't have but one scrimmage.
Right.
And I feel like that was an impact to our overall season. So I really pushed in October, November, that opportunity to be prepared for our young men to be prepared going into the 2024-2025 season.
Right. Yes, and another thing for the listeners, yes, there is the Southeastern District, but Western Branch, Oscar Smith, and Grassfield, they for football, they need to find two opponents here to have the full 10-game schedule. So I see on our schedule it's Menchville and Benedictine with addition to the 8 district games.
Absolutely. And to me, both teams are quality programs. To me, I need our guys to feel that playoff early. Unfamiliar faces. Obviously, we got a big target on our chest being Western Branch, all humbly shared. But, it's the same schedule as last year. I thought it was a very competitive schedule. We're honoring our home and home with both. The difference is Benedictine Preparatory College will be coming back to us due to lighting at their facility and availability of our coaches on the day that they have available to compete. So, it's the same schedule from last year, just flipped. We'll be going to Newport News from Menchville, and then obviously Benedictine Prep comes home. We have 6 home games this year. We're excited about that. It's no place like home. And we hope to take advantage of it.
Yeah, and 6 home games. I mean, last year, I know that we have been starting early, but last year with having 2 home games prior to the first day of school on Tuesday after Labor Day, like once school started, there was only like 3 home games left.
Yeah, it goes fast. I'm excited about having our student body. Obviously, the Bruin Crazies and our staff, coming out to support our young men during the school year for week 2. We need everybody to come out, our community, to really support our young men and push them. Obviously, going to Benedictine Prep, that'll be a school week as well. Not Benedictine, I'm sorry, correction. Menchville will be opening our opening week of school as well. So we're excited. Finally, like you said, we're not going 3-0 before school starts.
Right.
We're finally able to allow our student body and our school community to come out and support and fill the stands of Western Branch or travel away to support our young men. And we travel well. Shout out to Bruin Nation. Our fans, our support, all travel. Wherever we are, they're there, and they're there deep. So we really appreciate that.
Yeah, and the thing is, and this is where we can go back to, the lucky number 4.
Yes.
Because there with October 18th, I mean, you got 74, you got 84, 94, and 04 and 14. That's going to be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 year reunions, and then any year with ending in 9, 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, and the first class would be 55, but homecoming here October 18th, and I'm sure Coach Jay's going to be listening against Great Bridge. Great Bridge is run by a Western Branch alum principal. Western Branch run by a Great Bridge alum as the principal.
Can you imagine that trash talk?
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? Great Bridge has done a phenomenal job over the past few years. The head coach is really, tapping into the culture of Great Bridge and the community, and really changing that culture over there as it fits. He's a Grassfield alum, I believe, but has done a phenomenal job really changing that program, and you see it each year. For us, Coach Day, he's a grad, by name and recognition, but I think he's a Bruin through and through. Love you, Coach. I haven't talked to you in a while, but hope all is well. And Mr. Hicks is phenomenal. Our principal is one of the best that I've ever worked under, and really supportive, wants to win, expects to win, and really wants to see these guys be successful on and off the field. So I really appreciate, Mr. Hicks for his support and allowing me to coach and lead this program the way I've been able to over the past few years.
Yes, and I know with Coach E, Eric Santamaro, myself, I know that our class is starting to, get the works going on planning a reunion. And I know before we started, I know that there's, Kevin Cox and other 84 alums that are starting to plan the reunion. So definitely excitement in the air where, you just, a phrase there that when we were all at the junior high, you can't just hide that Bruin pride.
100%. Shout out to all the classes that are celebrating their reunion year. Any Bruin alum that would love to come to practice that's in that class, please, by all means, please come see these guys work, put in work, and we'd love to have you back on campus and share your story, of what it takes to be a Bruin. I think the more we bring alum back, the more our kids understand the legacy, the rich tradition of what West Branch, high school football is, but what West Branch High School and school community is.
Yeah, well, hey, Rashad, I know that, something that we've started, probably 2 years ago is, having a kickoff session here right before, practice starts. So I know that things are busy, but appreciate your time and
Yes.
Bruin Nation. Bruin football is here, and I know that golf started.
Yep.
Volleyball being a fall sport, they probably started field hockey. So fall sports are here and ready for the 24 season to start.
Absolutely. I'm excited. I appreciate you, Mark.
Sure, no problem. Well, hey, Rashad, I certainly appreciate your time and go Bruins and have a great practice and see everybody at Bubba's 33 there on Portsmouth Boulevard, the old Toys R Us
Yeah,
site
it's insane. Yes,
for Bruin fundraiser.
absolutely. Go Bruins.
All right, go Bruins.